Hey everyone, this is Mel from Cardstock Concoctions. I am back bringing you guys a brand new project for this week. And this is what I came up with. And I gotta be honest, I did not come up with the idea. I saw it on Pinterest, and when I went back to try to figure out who it was that I saw it from, you'd think I would have pinned it. I couldn't find it anymore. So whoever you are out there who originally did a version of this card, thank you. However, I know I'm not using the same stamp sets as you did for the most part, but let's go ahead and get started anyways, and I'll let you guys know what I used. Today I'm going to be doing a version that is in pink. So this is the purple version. We have Wisteria Wonder, Sweet Sugar Plum, and Elegant Eggplant as all the inks, as well as Sahara Sand. Today we're going to be doing a pink version of it. So what are we going to need? First we're going to need 2 pieces of Whisper White. These 2 pieces measure 4 inches wide by 5 1/4 inches tall. Don't worry about writing down any directions or dimensions or any supplies. Go ahead and click in the description bar below, and I'll take you out to my site where you can get the free tutorial and supply list as well. Okay, so again, 2 pieces of Whisper White, 4 by 5 1/4. One goes for the top here, and then one goes for the inside. We're not going to be decorating the inside today, but I thought I would show you guys anyways. So there's that. Okay, so put one piece to the side because you really don't need it. It's for the inside of the card. What else are you going to need? You are going to need the Detailed Dragonfly Thinlits dies. Again, that's Detailed Dragonfly Thinlits dies. They come in a pack. Ooh. The tape got stuck. Okay. So they come in the pack and they look like this. There's also this one in here, and this is the one that you want to use. You want to use the big bold outline. And he matches up, I believe, with this one, if memory serves. Yeah. So it's this one and this one that go together, and this one's the bigger one out of the both. So that's what we're using today. Now, this comes in a bundle with our Dragonfly Dreams stamp set. Now, on my original card, I used the Dragonfly Dreams stamp set for Enjoy Your Special Day. We were looking for birthday cards at the time, and so that's what I used that for. It's a great little bundle, and dragonflies are very much in right now. What other stamp sets are we going to need? We are also going to need Timeless Textures, and this is one of my most used stamp sets, along with Gorgeous Grunge, because I love it. We're going to be using a lot of things out of here today. We're going to be using this checked pattern down here, the Fleur de Lis, the coffee cup stain, as well as the little droplets. So we're going to be using all of those. Now you're going to say, okay, great. I have this dragonfly out. What am I going to do? To save us some time, you are going to run this through your Big Shot on a scrap of paper, whatever fits. I had a scrap of Watermelon Wonder handy, so that's what I used. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be pretty. It can be an old retired color. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to match. You're not going to use this except for to make a mask. That's all you're doing. So go ahead and cut that out. I already did it for us to save some time. Now, if you guys are really great at holding things in place and that kind of stuff, you don't have to do this next step, but I grab a smidge of snail and I just put itty bitty teeny tiny itty bitty teensy little bits on the back of this. And then I stick my finger on it where I put that snail a couple of times to reduce the stickiness of it. Get some of my own oils in there. Because I don't want this to stick permanently. I want it to only stick part of the time. Okay, so now I'm going to stick my dragonfly down in the center of my page, however you want him positioned. Our first color today is going to be Sahara Sand. So grab your Sahara Sand stamping pad. And I strongly suggest a sponge dauber for this stage, not a sponge itself. I find I have more control with the sponge dauber, but if you guys want to do it with the sponge itself, feel free. You have the option. Just know that you will get more control with the sponge dauber than you will with everything else. Okay, I'm going off to the side over here, and I'm going to just kind of rub it off the first time. I don't like the way this little dark circle shows up, so I wanted to make sure I was off the page. And then you just go around your dragonfly. So just kind of keep working your way around him. This is the most tedious portion of the process. You might need to re-ink a little bit. And again, I kind of rub off to begin with. Make sure you get in all of his little grooves because otherwise it's not going to show up. I normally suggest going in circles, but with his tail, seeing as it's not stuck down, make sure you just hold it down nice and firm. Okay, gonna get a little more in there. Again, go on top of your dragonfly, go around your dragonfly, all the way. It's not supposed to be pretty, it's not supposed to be perfect. You're looking for a like shadowy effect. Make sure you get in that corner there. All right, get in that deep into that corner. Make sure you get that inked up right there. I have to make sure I get my tail here. Make sure you can see my tail. Not really. Okay, a little bit darker there on my tail. Okay, so now that I have all of that done, I'm also going to do a little more inking with my Sahara sand, and I'm just going to take it into the corners here. And I'm going to do this corner down here as well. Just nice and light, nothing drastic, nothing perfect, nothing pretty. You just want to make sure you get the color in there. Okay, you are done with your Sahara sand. Get it to where you like it. Now comes in all of our timeless textures. I would strongly suggest doing your darkest color first. And I want or your brightest color, whichever one you choose. And I want my brightest color to wind up being my Fleur de Lis. At least that's what I want it to be. And my brightest color is Watermelon Wonder. Actually, I think I'm going to do this in Flirty Flamingo. I'm going to do a little different. All right, so I'm going to do my Fleur de Lis, and I'm going to do it in Flirty Flamingo. We'll use our Watermelon Wonder for our speckles. Okay. Now, you know, I crisscrossed, I went on top of, it's not supposed to be pretty, it's not supposed to be, oh, sorry about the dog in the background, guys. Okay, sorry about that. All right, so again, you just kind of keep going around, and I stamp 2 or 3 times before re-inking, and I just want the depth of color, and I just want to make sure I get it in there, get it nice, get it really inked up and juicy, okay? So that was my Flirty Flamingo. We're going to go ahead and close that up. And then I'm going to grab in my Blushing Bride. Now I'm going to do 2 things in Blushing Bride. I'm going to be doing the checked cross pattern, and I'm also going to be doing the coffee cup stain. Now I chose to only use 3 colors in here instead of 4. Partly because 4 I thought got to be a little bit too busy when I was trying the purple, so I was assuming the same thing was going to happen when I used the pink. And again, I'm just going to go, there is no rhyme or reason or right way or wrong way to do this. I stamp a couple of times before I'm done. Let's see, let's go here, and then I'm going to do here, and then I'm going to here. So there is no right, wrong, anything like that. So again, I'm also going to get out my coffee stain. We're going to do the same thing. And again, I'm just going to rotate the image a couple of times, stamp on, stamp off, you know, stamp it a couple of times before re-inking. Let's see, you want to do that one, do it up there, that one, there. Again, it's basically you're looking for the collage factor of it. Okay, close this one up as well. Then we're going to pull out Watermelon Wonder. It's probably going to be our brightest, darkest, deepest one. And I'm actually going to pull off at this stage my Dragonfly. Okay, so now we're going to grab our speckledy splattery guys. And again, I just go all over. I stamp 2, possibly 3 times. I stamp a little bit, sometimes in. I'm not being perfect by any means, nor do I want to be. You can go off your page. It doesn't matter. I'm going to stick another one there. And we're going to stick one there and one there. And again, I'm just going all over the place. There is no rhyme or reason to this. It's just kind of where you like it. There's no real great... All right, you can't really mess it up. Is kind of how I like to say it. All right, there we go. So, okay, this is where I stopped. You stop when you like it, or in some cases don't like it. If you don't like it, guess what? Take it, turn it over. You have a second side to your piece of paper. I really like this one. I think the mesh of colors and textures and things is really awesome. Now, I would strongly suggest doing this next portion before putting on the rhinestones. Okay, let me back up. So you can put the rhinestones on now, or you can wait and do it after you attach it to your card base. I went ahead and I did it after I attached it to my card base because I found trying to put my dimensionals on top of my rhinestones was a bit hard. So what are you going to need? I have got a piece of Watermelon Wonder that measures 8.5 by 5.5, scored down the middle at 4 1/4. I didn't think anybody wanted to see me do that. Grabbing a bone folder to burnish my card base. And we have a card base. Flip over. Get all my ink pads. I know I used 4 different colors in this project. Grab yourself some dimensionals. I use 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I like to do the 4 corners in the center because I don't like a saggy middle. We're going to pull all these off. All right. And then stick it down. That is not centered. But I think, now you can give yourself a border for this if you wanted, and kind of slightly reduce the size of your paper. However, I would be very careful about that because your Dragonfly takes up basically almost the entire width of your 4-inch paper. So be careful about how much you're pulling off. Okay, there we go. Now we're straight. Now grab yourself some rhinestones, some basic Rhinestone Jewels. And let me see if I can find my pokey tool here. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Okay. So I use my paper piercer. Scissors work the same way. If you guys can actually pick them up with your fingers, I say go for it. I picked 7 jewels and I did various sizes. So everything from the larger ones to the medium-sized ones to the smaller ones. You know, I just kind of went all over the place. I had no real rhyme or reason to how I put them on. I just kind of put them where I liked them. So I've got 5. I think we need another bigger one. 6. And I think we could use a small one. Where do I want my small one? There. So there is my project for today. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope to see you guys again next time. If you have any questions, please let me know. If you enjoyed this video, please like it. If you would like to see more of this type of video, please subscribe. And this is Mel from Cardstock Concoction saying see you guys next time. Thanks a lot. Bye.